Forget contracts, FSG have a bigger Liverpool concern. It may seem outlandish to suggest that Liverpool's biggest problem isn't their pressing contract situations, but that is the argument we are about to lay out. While no one would deny that Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold must all have their futures secured with new contracts, this is without question a priority for FSG, there's a larger underlying concern for the club's future that needs urgent attention: the importance of securing contracts. Let's get one thing straight. Securing long-term contracts for the likes of Salah, Van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold is non-negotiable. Liverpool cannot afford to let these pillars of the team leave on a free transfer. These players are essential to the club's success, both on and off the pitch. Their leadership, ability and influence within the team are irreplaceable. Furthermore, their market value, especially in terms of shirt sales and global reach, adds another layer of significance to securing their long-term commitment. If FSG fail to tie these stars down to new deals, the fallout could be catastrophic. It could signal a broader problem within the club, a lack of ambition, of future planning, and of alignment between the ownership and the team's aspirations. That said, everyone at Anfield knows this is a task that simply must be completed. The question, however, is, what happens after these contracts are signed? The bigger concern: future-proofing. Liverpool, it's fair to say that contracts, while crucial, are just one part of a bigger puzzle that FSG need to solve. The real issue, the one that could determine Liverpool's long-term success, lies in the club's ability to adapt and evolve with changing footballing landscapes. More specifically, Liverpool's recruitment strategy in this new era under Michael Edwards, now the chief executive of football for FSG, and Richard Hughes, the sporting director, is an area of growing concern. Edwards returned to Liverpool not just to handle the day-to-day footballing operations, but with the wider vision of expanding FSG's portfolio in football. Edwards himself acknowledged this as a key factor in his return, explaining in FSG's statement upon his appointment, "One of the biggest factors in my decision is the commitment to acquire and oversee an additional club, growing this area of their organization. I believe that to remain competitive, investment and expansion of the current football portfolio is necessary." Edwards and FSG's football vision. This statement, while seemingly innocent, outlines the driving force behind much of FSG's recent moves. Edwards' return was never just about refining Liverpool's recruitment strategy, but was part of a grander plan to broaden FSG's reach within the footballing world. The goal was to ensure that Liverpool could remain competitive, not just in the English Premier League, but globally, by building a network of clubs that could feed into Anfield and share resources, scouting information, and most importantly, a pathway for players to develop. As part of this broader vision, Edwards and his team, along with sporting director Richard Hughes, have focused heavily on identifying and recruiting young talent. This is why Liverpool has been linked with a range of emerging stars from across the globe, including players like Stefanos Tsitsipas, Mamadou Sonko, and El Hadji Malik Diouf. Additionally, Anfield Watch has exclusively reported that Liverpool pursued Milos Kerkez from AS Alkmaar back in 2023, though the player opted for a move elsewhere in search of more regular first-team football. This approach to recruitment, focusing on nurturing the next generation of footballing talent, is forward-thinking. It's the kind of strategy that could keep Liverpool competitive for years to come, ensuring that they're always at the forefront of emerging footballing trends. However, it relies on something that, at present, Liverpool has failed to establish: a multi-club model. The role of a multi-club network. In Liverpool's future, without a multi-club system in place, Liverpool's recruitment team will continue to face difficulties in attracting young talents. These players, like Tsitsipas, Sonko, and Diouf, are already established in their respective teams. They're getting regular minutes, developing as players, and naturally they want to continue this trajectory. However, at Liverpool, the path to the first team is far more uncertain. Even the most promising young talents often face lengthy spells on the bench before they earn their opportunity. Contrast this with clubs like Brighton and Hove Albion, who have a strong link with Union SG in Belgium. This partnership allows them to provide young players with guaranteed playing time at the Belgian club, helping to nurture their development before a potential move to the Premier League side. It's a system that ensures a steady flow of talent into the first team, while also maintaining competitiveness in the market for emerging stars. Brighton, despite their limited financial resources, have been able to build a successful system around this multi-club model. Their affiliation with Union SG has been vital in attracting young players who want to develop in a competitive first-team environment. Liverpool, by contrast, remains without such a system, and this puts them at a significant disadvantage in the transfer market. If FSG don't act quickly to establish a similar network, they risk falling behind in the race to sign the next big stars, leaving the door open for clubs with better systems in place to get ahead. Why FSG must act? Now FSG's leadership is currently at a crossroads. While the club is dealing with immediate concerns, chiefly contract negotiations for some of their star players, there's a much bigger issue at play that requires urgent attention. The establishment of a multi-club system is key to Liverpool's future, and their ability to continue competing at the highest level. If Edwards and his team's vision is to become a reality, the necessary infrastructure must be in place to allow Liverpool to recruit, develop and promote young talents from across the world. Without this, players will continue to reject Liverpool's advances, opting instead for clubs with more immediate opportunities for playing time. In short, securing contracts for Salah, Van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold is critical. But it's just one piece of the puzzle. FSG must now focus on implementing a multi-club system that can support Edwards' recruitment ambitions and ensure that Liverpool remains at the forefront of footballing innovation. This is the only way to future-proof the club for the next generation. FSG's ambitions to grow their football portfolio aren't just about acquiring more clubs, they're about creating a sustainable, competitive model that will keep Liverpool at the top of European and world football for years to come. Without this infrastructure in place, all the best-laid plans for recruitment and development will be in vain, leaving Liverpool vulnerable to clubs that are ahead in the race for talent. In conclusion, while securing the contracts of key players is undoubtedly vital, the future of Liverpool Football Club depends just as much, if not more, on FSG's ability to establish a multi-club system that can attract and nurture young talent. If they fail to do this, Liverpool's hopes of remaining competitive in an increasingly complex and fast-moving football landscape will be severely compromised.